Every Christian knows the Last Supper, but almost nobody knows what really happened in that room. Paintings made it look peaceful. Movies made it look emotional. Religion made it look symbolic, but the truth, the Last Supper wasn't calm. It wasn't poetic, it wasn't pretty. It was the most explosive, prophetic meeting in human history. And tonight, I'm going to show you something the modern church has completely missed. A truth about the Last Supper that changes everything. The Last Supper wasn't a celebration, it was a confrontation. Jesus wasn't smiling. He wasn't giving inspirational quotes, he wasn't hosting a dinner. He was preparing his disciples for war. Spiritual war. Or eternal war. A war for souls. At that table, something terrifying happened. Jesus exposed every heart in the room. Imagine the shock. Imagine the tension. Imagine sitting across from Jesus, knowing your heart isn't clean, knowing your loyalty is being tested. At that table, all 12 men looked loyal. All 12 men looked holy. All 12 men looked committed. But Jesus wasn't looking at their appearance. He was looking at their allegiance. And what he saw was terrifying. One would betray him. One would deny him. 9 would abandon him. Only one would stay near him. Only one. Here's the shocking truth. Nobody preaches the Last Supper wasn't about bread and wine. It was about exposing who truly belonged to him and who was only pretending. We blame Judas. We demonize Judas. We preach about Judas. But we forget. Judas wasn't the only one at that table who failed Jesus. Peter denied him. Thomas doubted him. The others fled from him. Judas didn't start as a traitor. He became one. Not because he hated Jesus, but because he loved the world more. And God is asking the modern church the same question. Do you love me? Or do you love what I can give you? Everyone remembers the bread and the cup, but almost no one remembers the prophecy Jesus gave at the table. Satan was at the Last Supper, not physically, but spiritually. He was targeting disciples, not sinners. The Last Supper wasn't just a meal, it was a battlefield. And the same battle is happening right now. Satan isn't attacking the world. He already owns that system. He's attacking believers. He's attacking loyalty. He's after your surrender. When Jesus broke the bread, he wasn't giving a symbol. He was giving a challenge. This is my body, broken for you. The real meaning of the bread is this. If you follow me, your life will be broken too. Not destroyed, broken of pride, broken of sin, broken of comfort. The bread wasn't a blessing. It was a calling. And then came the cup. We call it communion, but Jesus called it a covenant. This is my blood, poured out for many. In church, we sip it politely, but the disciples heard it differently. This cup meant, if you follow me, the world will hate you. If you follow me, you will suffer. If you follow me, you may die for me. And today, God is raising a generation that will choose the cup, even when it costs everything. Now, Last Supper didn't end in that room, it continues today. Every believer is still sitting at that table. Every believer is still being tested. Every believer is still being asked, do you love me more than these? John 21:15. And just like the disciples, some will follow, some will flee, and some will betray him. If this message opened your eyes, if it shook something inside you, if you felt the Holy Spirit tug on your heart, write in the comments, Lord, make me faithful at your table. And share this video with someone who thinks communion is just a ritual. They need to understand the truth behind the table. Their relationship with God will never be the same.